Sorry, I just saw there's a spider. There's a lot of spiders in my house. We live in like an old Victorian house. The spiders are just our pets. Hello my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kira and today I am going to do an Ask Queer episode, but usually for these types of episodes I'll do like lesbian or queer sex ed or answering your like relationship questions. But today I'm just gonna answer questions that you sent in on Instagram, and I don't think they all have to do with like relationships. Some of them have to do with me. So let's talk about it. I missed you guys. I just felt like filming a video today because why not? Also, new glasses. Do we like? It's giving Harry Potter. It's giving, ooh, maybe it's giving like sexy, like Ginny or something. Cause like also my hair is kind of red. It actually looks like it's so weird how it just looks like different colors depending on the lighting. Like sometimes it looks like really brown and then sometimes it looks like red, like ginger. Hope you guys are doing well. I got you guys to send in your questions on Instagram, and if you don't already follow me on Instagram, I post a lot of good stuff on there. Body acceptance content, autism acceptance content, queer shit, just daily life shit, and my @ is on the screen as well as my TikTok. These are all anonymous. Now let's get into it. Okay, the first one that pops up is just like making me laugh. I don't know why. If you guys are new to me, I'm also an actor. A lot of people don't know that who've just like kind of found me on social media. Someone asked, are you going to be in more Lifetime movies? So if you don't know, I have been in some Lifetime movies. It's usually something to do with me being kidnapped or me being a killer. Super fun. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. I think I'll audition for Lifetime movies if they come up, if I'm like feeling drawn to a role. But I find that most of the time it's kind of just like repetitive storylines and like cliche like plot. And I always find that like it's like the girl that's like the victim every time, and it's, I don't know, I feel like it's just like overused. But I'd rather like work on something that like I'm really passionate about, so it depends on the movie. But yeah, I usually just like audition for things that I'm drawn to and I feel like I resonate with the character. So maybe not. Has your spicy side project changed your relationship with sex and or your partner, and how? It's a really good question. For those of you who don't know, I do have an OF, okay? It's a joint OF with my wife. We post couples content and then we also post individual content. And honestly, like I'm actually glad you asked this question because lately I've been thinking about how much it's helped me heal my body image so much, and like you really have to be confident to be able to do that. And like you really have to be able to like see and acknowledge the way that your body looks in the now without feeling like you need to change it. And also I recently did a nude / semi-nude photo shoot at this photography studio. And I was like, if it wasn't for OF, I don't think I would have been able to have the confidence to like do that like more professional shoot. So I'm honestly really proud of myself. I feel like it's helped me so much. In terms of like my relationship with sex and my partner, the libido and everything has kind of stayed the same as it was. Like I find that like you have to really catch me in like a good mood and like a sexy mood in order for me to make content. Like I can't just like make content out of the blue. Like I have to be feeling in a certain mood. So I feel like that is the only like kind of limitation. When I am feeling myself, when I am in the mood, I feel like I'm less hesitant to approach sex or initiate sex with my partner. I've had to address a lot of shame surrounding sex and bodies whilst doing OF. Yeah, it's really helped me to like break down a lot of shame, which is really good because like shame is literally so destructive and toxic, but it's literally been ingrained in us that like we should feel shameful. For literal naked bodies, like what? Like if you think about it, it makes no sense. We're born naked. Why should we be like covering up? Like why should we be like ashamed of our bodies? We're literally born that way. Born this way, baby. It's been a great experience. Do you identify as a male ever? I don't ever identify as a male, but I do really lean into like my masculinity a lot, and I just prefer being able to like kind of shape shift and present in a way and like experience my gender in a way that makes me feel confident and comfortable on the day, and it's always changing. For those who don't get like gender fluidity, you probably won't understand what I'm talking about, but if you do, you do. okay? But yeah, I don't think I ever like go all the way over to like feeling like a man. I actually have had moments though where I felt like maybe I am a trans man, but that feeling was fleeting. So I feel like that doesn't mean that I am a trans man. It just means like I had a moment. I don't know. But if it's like a continual moment, of course, like that's like a feeling I would probably pay attention to more, is like, oh, I actually feel like a man. But no, my gender fluctuates so much, so it's really hard to pin down like what it is. I hope that made sense. What's your favorite part about being an influencer? That's a good question. I think my favorite part about being an influencer is I can take like dark and scary and sad things about my life and like transform them into a learning moment or a teaching moment for myself and others. And like by showing kind of the hardships I go through, like I can alchemize that by talking about it online and posting about it and helping others feel better about themselves by talking about my struggles. So I think that's like a really rewarding thing. Like I always go to bed feeling very satisfied with what I'm doing and like what I'm putting out there, because I feel like it has so much purpose and meaning. So yeah, I think that's my favorite part about being an influencer. Yay. Next, someone asked, how did you learn to accept your autism? Currently on this path and I can't fully believe it. I get it. I feel like it's so common to have like, you know, moments of really believing yourself and really affirming yourself, and then moments of being like, oh, I'm just making this up. First of all, I wanna say it's an ongoing process. Like you're probably not just gonna like all of a sudden accept yourself right away. So it's a journey and it's not a linear journey. So just remember that. Like even if there's times that you doubt yourself, it doesn't make you any less autistic. But I think like it just, learning that I'm autistic just helped me understand my whole life and my whole like mental health history of my life. And like, cause I've always felt deep down that there's something truly awfully wrong with me and like my brain. Like that's literally how I felt my whole life up until realizing that I'm autistic. And now I actually have an answer. Like I have a tangible answer. So that has helped me accept it. I think like just being in the dark about it was like the hardest part. So now that I know of it, it's easier. Does that make sense? Wow, I haven't got a question like this in a long time because I feel like I've talked a lot about my queerness, but someone asked, in terms of your sexuality, are you pansexual, queer, a lesbian, or not labeled? It's a great question. I identify as queer. I also identify as lesbian because I am in a lesbian relationship and it's long term. So I'm not gonna be looking for any other possible mates because I have my mate. Mate? That feels very like scientific. My mate. So I'm queer and I honestly don't feel like I need to explain it any more than that. I used to like explain it in detail, but I don't feel the need to anymore, so yay. That's an improvement. Ooh, this is a super good question. What do you do when you can't sleep? Oh girl, boy, they, them. Let me tell you. So I've actually been having like a lot of difficulty sleeping in the past 2 years, I wanna say. It's definitely been better lately, but I'll tell you what has helped me get to sleep. So I think partially the reason why I was having trouble sleeping was like, one, my cortisol and my stress levels were just like at an all-time high. If you have high levels of it, it's harder to sleep because it's basically like the stress hormone. Your cortisol rises in the morning, but as in a natural way so that you like gain energy and can kind of like think clearly and start your day. And it's supposed to dip at night. If your cortisol levels are pretty even like throughout the day, it's actually like harder to go to sleep. That means you might be stressed. One thing I try to do in the morning is get 15 minutes of sunshine on my face if I can, because that actually helps balance your circadian rhythm. I also started taking magnesium at night. That has helped so much. I can't even describe, like since I started taking magnesium supplements, which I got advised to do by a naturopath, that has helped so much. Good for your nervous system regulation. Oftentimes when we can't sleep, our nervous system is like out of whack. So I would definitely like look into that. So, okay, let's say like I'm trying to sleep, I can't sleep. I keep tossing and turning, my brain won't shut up. I will get out of bed. Like, I will leave the bed because the longer I just like sit in my bed and like ruminate, it doesn't help break the cycle of like the thoughts that are going on. So get out of bed. I like to come downstairs and like journal. Even if you don't know exactly what to journal about, just start writing. Cause like there might be something that's like kind of subconsciously on your mind, but you don't know what it is. So start like journal. I do some yoga, like restorative, slow yoga and deep breathing. I'll do like a tarot reading if I feel like I need it. But sometimes, yeah, when I can't sleep, I kind of just take that as a sign that like, you know, I have unfinished mental business from the day. So I get up, I just get it out of my head. And yeah, I hope that helps. And also limiting screen time before bed. I could literally make a whole YouTube video on this topic, but I hope that helped. The question is it common to feel shame around being very sub-leaning, even though I identify as a through and through switch? Would you suggest tips to change that mindset? I've watched every single one of your videos as a baby gay. I couldn't be more thankful for you and your partner. Aww, that's so sweet. I love that. So, shame around being a sub. That's interesting. I think that I felt that because I think that in the past I've been like, oh, like I feel like I'm not putting enough effort in. Like I feel like I'm kind of just like receiving and not giving. But I actually changed my mindset about that because I think it all came down to like me feeling like I don't deserve to be pleasured, or that like I'm putting someone out by like making them pleasure me. So I feel like, I don't know if that resonates, but I feel like I understand where you're coming from. And I've had that like feeling in the past, like, oh, like I feel bad because like I'm not, you know, doming as much maybe as my partner right now. But I also think like it ebbs and flows. Like if you're a switch, I'm also a switch. So like it really ebbs and flows with me and my partner. Like there's been times where I've been the dom, like every time we have sex. And that's like, maybe that lasts for like a couple years or so. And that's just like kind of okay because my partner and I have communicated and like we're okay with that on both sides. And then there's times where it's the opposite. So I feel like one, communicating with your partner, and two, don't feel bad for receiving pleasure. You deserve it. And I think it comes down to like knowing that you're worth being pleasured and being treated like a royalty. Yeah, I hope that helps. This is a good question. As an autistic, how to know if she's being friendly, flirting, or casual? Help. Yeah, it's really hard also for me to read subtext. Like I need people to be straight up with me. I need people to like tell me exactly how they're feeling, even if it's brutally honest. Honestly, I would just, if you're unsure, I would like straight up ask. That's what I would do. I don't know if like you are comfortable doing that, but like I would be like, hey, like I'm kind of getting a vibe here. Like, is this true? If not, totally okay, we can remain friends or whatever. But like I just always prefer honesty and like direct communication. So if you're unsure, just ask. And like the worst she can say is like, oh no, I'm just being casual. And then it's like, okay, cool. Like now you know an answer. Now you don't have to like guess. I hope that helps. Ooh, oh, this one hits. Someone asked, how do you allow yourself to take breaks and not go till you burn out? I find it impossible to do. Oh, I am still like rewiring myself out of this mindset. I'm getting there, but like I think like remembering, you know, we were all conditioned in a way to perceive ourselves not as like an innately valuable human being, but like we're only valuable based on how much we can do or perform to society. I think like there's a lot of social constructs there that make us feel like we need to be doing stuff constantly or else we're not worthy. But like it's really important to like address that because it can literally like burnout is such a common but like pathological thing. Like it literally makes you sick. Like burnout leads to chronic stress, which leads to so many other like negative health effects, like mental and physical. And so I think like awareness is like number one key. Like number one is awareness. The fact that you've acknowledged that you are burning out is really important because otherwise you wouldn't know and you wouldn't change. So yeah, awareness. And then the next thing I would say is like watch your patterns. So for me, I noticed that this is how my day would go. I would wake up, I would eat breakfast, I would have a coffee, and like once the coffee sets in, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I can do everything. Like I'm gonna be so ultra productive. And then I drink more and more. And like that was leading me to, not saying that I don't drink coffee, I love coffee, but I think I was like using it in a way to like make myself the most like productive person, but like resting is just as productive. And like honestly, gardening, I've used that as a tool to break the work cycle in my day. So like as soon as I garden, that like high stress, high energy, go mindset, it drops. So it helps me to transition into, okay, so I'm gonna, plan my day. I'm gonna work this time to this time. And then after that, I gotta cut myself off. So like find a schedule for yourself where you can just cut yourself off from any work and just like, just transition, rest, settle, just settle. No matter what you're doing right now, let's take a deep breath. Hold and let it out. It's not as urgent as I thought it was. Like life does not have to feel so urgent all the time. And that's not why we're here. That's not what we're here for. We're not here to like serve these huge, massive, big corporations who don't even like compensate us well enough. We're not here to work. I really don't think that we're here to work. I think like we have soul work, and like that soul work is what fulfills like our earthly purpose. But I don't think we're here to, be grinding all the time. Like I don't know. I don't agree with it, and I don't think like it's healthy. Anyways, I hope that helped. Yay. Thanks for sending in your questions. These were really fun to answer. I love how it just had no theme. It was just kind of like anything goes. Thank you guys. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. Like, comment for the algorithm. You can follow me on all my other social media platforms, and also check out my podcast with my wife called A Couple Queers. And I hope you have a great day and take care of yourself. Mwah. Bye.